Hi guys, welcome back to Skin Obsessed Mary. So a couple of years ago, I did a video on my top 5 anti-aging ingredients. It was actually a friend who said, you should actually do the same video every year to see if anything's changed. I mean, after all, I try so many new things. I thought, great idea. Well, I'm back. And honestly, not much has changed, which I actually think is a good thing because it means these ingredients aren't a trend. They're the real deal. They've stood the test of time in research and in my own routine. Before we dive in though, let's talk about the elephant in the room. That word, anti-aging. I don't love the term. I'm not anti-aging. In fact, I actually like getting older. I like being more confident and frankly chilled out and really not caring quite as much about what other people think. So anti-aging isn't about fighting time. It's about supporting your skin as it evolves. What I am anti is my skin giving up on me before I'm ready. So for me, this is all about skin longevity, keeping my skin healthy, resilient, and strong for the long haul. And before anyone says it, yes, sunscreen is the #1 anti-aging product of all time. It always will be. See, when I was growing up in the 70s in Florida, we didn't have sunscreen. So I'm proper jealous of the young ones today that can avoid so much aging by just wearing sunscreen. If you're one of them, you're lucky. So we're just going to assume here today that we're all wearing it every single day, okay? So SPF is the baseline. No exceptions, no excuses. Every day, rain or shine. You don't get to play with any of these other ingredients unless you're protecting what you've already got. So with that out of the way, let's get into my 2025 anti-aging heroes. The 5 ingredient categories that I always have in my routine, no matter the brand or the product itself, because those often change. #1, antioxidants. So if sunscreen is your shield, antioxidants are your backup army. They protect your skin from oxidative stress. That's all the invisible damage caused by UV light, pollution, stress, and even things like your phone screen. Yes, really. My skin loves antioxidants, and honestly, I'd layer them like a salad bar. The more variety, the better. Now, vitamin C is the big one, of course, but I also love green tea, niacinamide, resveratrol, ferulic acid, glutathione, anything that helps neutralize free radicals before they mess with my collagen. So if you think of your skin as a city, antioxidants are the street sweepers. They tidy up the daily mess, keeping everything running smoothly. And before you ask, there's no single best one. It's about finding the formulas that suit your skin type. Now, vitamin C is by far the most common, but I don't even use that all the time. In fact, right now, I'm using the new Allies of Skin beta-glucan and resveratrol hydrating serum. I'm doing this in the morning instead of a vitamin C. This guy has 11 antioxidants. Plus, it's a mega hydrator. So for me, this is 2 serums in 1. And then I spray my Mesama Green Rooibos Hydrating AOX Mist between the steps. So that's giving me another antioxidant boost throughout my routine. So like everything in skincare, the key is consistency because antioxidants don't show any kind of instant results. They're sort of like vitamins for your skin. They're quiet. They're steady little workers that keep things functioning long term. #2 on our list is peptides. Okay, this is a little bit of a cop-out because there are so many different types of peptides and they all do slightly different things. Some heal the skin, some build collagen, some stop making pigmentation, and some even tell us to relax, meaning please stop making those wrinkles. They're bossy little guys because they tell your skin cells what to do and how to act. So think of your peptides as the conductor and your skin cells are the orchestra, and like a really big orchestra. So the conductors don't play the instruments, but without them, the whole thing falls apart. They tell your skin when to build, repair, calm, or renew. So rather than chase just one miracle peptide, I like to get as many different types into my routine as I can. You'll find them in my serums, moisturizers, eye creams, masks. Now, they're not dramatic or instant, but over time, peptides help your skin behave younger. So if antioxidants protect your skin from the outside world, peptides help to organize it on the inside. So #3 is a little unsexy. It's glycerin. It is definitely the least glamorous ingredient on this list, but it's one that I always swear by and I'm always looking for. Now, a lot of people rave about hyaluronic acid, but for me, glycerin is the real workhorse humectant. It's cheap, it's effective, barrier supporting, and I swear it's in everything. I find that glycerin gives me that bouncy, hydrated feeling that lasts longer than most other ingredients. And for me, hydrated skin equals younger looking skin. Y'all know I am always chasing the hydration train, and I love seeing it near the top of an ingredient list. So by the way, glycerin is the third ingredient in my Allies of Skin. It's the second ingredient in my Mesama Mist. It's the second ingredient on my One Skin eye cream, and it is the first ingredient in my Bloom Effects Royal Tulip Nectar. I love this. Number 4 on the list is glycolic acid. This is my go-to exfoliant. It's one of those ingredients that just earns its place in my grown-up skincare routine. Now, not everyone needs it, but if you're my age, you probably do. Because as we get older, our skin cells get lazy. They don't turn over as fast as they used to. So you end up with this layer of old, dull skin sitting on top, kind of blocking the good stuff you're trying to put on it. So glycolic is that little tiny janitor that sweeps away all the dead cells on the surface so that new, fresh ones can shine through. It smooths texture, brightens tone, and even helps other ingredients like peptides and antioxidants work even better because they can actually get where they need to go. Be advised, I would recommend you start slow. Once a week is plenty until your skin builds up tolerance. But here's a bonus. Glycolic isn't just exfoliating. It also tells your skin to make more collagen and hyaluronic acid. So over time, you get firmer, plumper, and more hydrated skin. Yippee. So for me, it's one of those quiet heroes. Not flashy, but absolutely necessary if you want to get that glow back. Now, however, if glycolic feels like it's too much for your skin, please don't ditch exfoliation completely. Just swap to lactic, mandelic, or polyhydroxy acids instead. They're gentler and slower and just as effective over time. And finally, number 5. Can you guess what it is, guys? Retinaldehyde. We all know that vitamin A is the gold standard for supporting collagen, improving texture, and reducing fine lines. Basically everything we associate with younger skin. Now, I have used prescription tretinoin on and off for years, and we all know that that's the best of all the retinoids. But while it's highly effective, I finally had to make the call. It's just not for me. I need a product that I can use every night. I personally don't want to use it every third or even every other day. And occasionally, Tret would just irritate my skin and then I'd have to stop. So retinaldehyde hits that sweet spot. It's one step away from retinoic acid. So it's powerful enough to get the job done, but it's much gentler and it's just more barrier friendly. It's like the middle child of the retinoid family. It's high achieving, less trauma, and no tantrums. If you are of an age and you're only adding one active ingredient to your nighttime routine, I'd make it this one. It's the long game for firm, resilient, and healthy skin. So there you go, guys, my 2025 anti-aging heroes. Now, just to recap, sunscreen, always. That's the foundation. Then antioxidants, peptides, glycerin, glycolic acid, and retinaldehyde. Those are the 5 categories that never leave my routine. They're not trends, they're not new, but they work for me and my skin. And at this stage of my life, I am all about what actually delivers results over time. Now, one thing to note, these are specific to my skin. Your skin could be completely different. If you have sensitive skin, you may need calming, anti-inflammatory ingredients. If you have oily skin, you may need sebum controlling ingredients. I would love to know in the comments, what's your can't live without ingredients? And if you have been with me since the last video, tell me, did your heroes change? And if you've missed that 2023 video, I'll put a link to it below. It's always fun to look back and see what stayed the same. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and wear your SPF because that's the real hero of the story. And P.S. I will link the items I discussed plus my other favorite products in these categories in the comments below. Thanks so much for joining us today, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Growed up. Back up the bus. Basically everything we associate with younger Skinner. Younger Skinner.